Hi, peace. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good time. Happy Yule. Longest day of the year, longest night of the year. And then the sun returns. Fun fact about Yule. No facts about Yule. I'm not a dictionary. Okay. We have 3 piles. We're going to do a pick a pile reading for Yule. Yeah. So take a moment. Pick a number between 1 and 3. And we're going to hop right into it. Thank you so much for stopping by on your Yule journey, and just welcome. We're going to start with number 2, pile number 2. Okay, pile number 2. All right, I have a lot of cards here. Okay, we have authority, victory and success, and truth. Don't mind me, that's an old cup. Okay, pile number 2, it seems like you might have some kind of revealing experience happening. This seems like if you're in some kind of court case or custody battle, or I'm also hearing like the lottery, but if there's something that you're looking about like winning, or that you're going to court for, or something like that, I do see a victory coming out for you. I do see you coming out victorious, but I also see truth revealed here. So it does seem like, you know, what you do in the dark will come out in the light. There's that Libra energy, that justice energy, but the energy of just watch how things unfold. Because I feel like the way that some of these things are revealed is going to be like shocking or surprising. But I do see victory after that bout with authority. Okay, we have Temperance, 4 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah. You're heavily protected at this time. Your angels have got you. There's something, I feel like this is a battle that could have been going on for a long time. I'm really getting some of you, this is definitely like something to do with like custody, some kind of judicial battle, but I feel like it's been ongoing. And, you know, I feel like because of your steadfastness, because of your spirit, your quick thinking, your trusting your intuition, you are coming out completely different. If you're wondering about your future and long-term connections, successes, and contracts, it looks bright. It looks very powerful, because it's almost like you hold all of the power. Like you're wielding all the power, so don't forget that. Hanged Man, 5 of Wands, and Judgment. Yeah, it seems like you could still be in this period, and even this I feel like a lot of this year has seemed like waiting or stagnancy or fighting, but this is like the judgment hour. It's like as you're moving into this day, as you're moving into, you know, a new year, as you're moving through really seeing the lessons that you've learned from these experiences, the battles that you've had to fight, the time that you've been waiting. It's not been a suspension and punishment. It's been a space for you to clear your energy, for you to listen, for you to be present. Let's get some more clarity on Judgment here. Yeah, 7 of Wands. I feel like, you know, you're such a fighter, pal, too, and you've had to go through so many. This has been such a heavy battle, so I just really am just like sending love and feeling, you know, for you. This could also be just some type of like letting go of a regret or shame or something from a past relationship. Could be family related, connected, but there's something where it's like you've had so many battles, and I just want to acknowledge that, like, you're a fighter, you know, and I feel like you need to acknowledge that and give yourself credit, perhaps more than you do. Okay, beautiful. I am going to read all of the poems on all of these cards. Um, we have tranquility and telling stories. So I feel like your experiences that have led you to this point, your story is going to impact and affect other people, but you telling your story is also part of your journey, pal, too. And I feel like that's going to be bringing you a kind of a peace, serenity, and calm that perhaps you've really been waiting for or seeking. So that's really lovely. In thy womb of blissful quieting and calming stillness lives the world of worlds, spellbound to the silence. What words so tender can be spoken so bravely unless they are true from the truest of words? There's a big revelation here for Pal too. There's big momentous changes here. We have remembering and feasting next. I'm in your grill, Pal, too, because like I got you, okay? Listen up. Oh, how thy glimpse glimmer in the darkest of sights, never forgotten, never still, yet pacing in the mind in the twilight of the night. Let us feast upon the nourishing and be thankful for thy feast, nor here or there, yet everywhere it be. Okay, I feel like perhaps this season is of some great significance to you. I feel like you could have experienced a loss, or there are certain people who they aren't here and you feel their loss more at this time of year. Perhaps they used to cook for you or you used to eat with them. This can also be that your spirits, your ancestors, they need an offering. They want their food. They want acknowledgement, attention, time, care, and affection. Yep. So like don't let things die out. Like puns intended. Keep your keep your lights lit. On this longest day of the year, how we burn our fires, how we keep our candles burning, the flames that we keep alight, the things that we pay attention to, they're of great significance, even if it's simply remembering this time of year many years past, if it's lending compassion and thinking of another or sharing a meal with someone. But these things are significant. This is the end of the year. This is a new time. And I didn't mention this at the beginning, so I'll say it through all the readings, but this being Mercury retrograde right now is just like really heavy hitting as well. So you could also have people from your past that you're heavily thinking of. Just a little heads up about that. Okay, next we have the unknown and storm. Interesting. Think on it, and you will stumble. For the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. As within and so without, there are storms a-coming, a change without doubt. I feel like Pal 2, there could be an energy of just like you like needing to like trust that the unknown is the unknown for a reason. The things that are coming to, the experiences that you're moving into, you're not going to know all of the right steps. You're not going to know all the things to do. Like that's how it is with just like living, right? You can't perhaps you've gotten like multiple readings or whatever the situation may be. You have to, a part of it is just in trusting that, in trusting the path and trusting that you're being led where you need to go. Adjustments, if required, you can make adjustments if required, but it's not about having all the answers all the time. It's about moving forward. Storm here also indicates that there can be something that is something in nature, something of the natural world, something bigger than you, some kind of cosmic intervention that really helps to uproot and shift you and shift things. This is like akin to a tower moment. So this is something that is occurring that is bringing you some of the changes that you need. But this is also could actually be a storm. I know there have been some like floods and things like that. So this is also, you know, like I said already, it is Mercury retrograde. Just be very intentional about, like, if you're doing holiday travels, if you're whatever, you know, pack extra water bottles, pack extra layers of clothes, whatever the case may be. Just double and triple check things, because this is the energy of, you know, things messing up. Also, though, this is really interesting and beautiful because this is actually a new moon and a crescent moon. And it's just heavy, like, moon goddess energy, like Selene, Artemis, like, okay, I'm not gonna call any more names at this moment, but this can be that this upcoming Cancer full moon is of particular importance to you. You can be someone who is like on your moon, somebody who works very much with the cycles of the moon, somebody who's thinking of doing something that's connected to the moon. But just be aware that that means that, like, the moon rules water, you know, waters are emotions. Yeah, I'm getting all choked up. Make sure that you are taking the time to balance and ground yourself as you're moving through these changes, because they're really big. They might seem really sudden. They might seem more than you can handle, but you can handle them. And remember that you're not dealing with these alone. Remember that, you know, you've got your angels, your guardian angels, your spirit team around you all the time. So don't be afraid to, like, shout at them, ask them for support, work with them more. Okay? And if you're looking to start doing some kind of specific, like, moon event or ritual, like, very much so, this is a yes. Okay, we have 3 cards here. I'm sorry. Defenselessness, writing past wrongs, uprooting. When I was talking about the storm, I don't know if I said actually the word uprooting, but that is the energy that I was getting, and that is what is happening. 1221 mirroring energy. This can be that, you know, energy that was like sent out is going back to its rightful place. This really feels like a rebalancing and a renewal. It's like when you look at, you know, a field, it might look all empty, but when you look in a couple of months in the spring, this is connected to your spring messages, there can be all kinds of things growing because the roots were there dormant, right? This is things that are coming up by the root. This is a radical change. This is like I want to say like an evolutionary shift. I feel like there are people who might be coming forward with apologies for you, but this also feels like you wanting to apologize. And I just want to say, like, this, for if you're the one wanting to apologize, it doesn't feel like it's for another person. It feels like this is you apologizing to yourself, right? You apologizing to a version of yourself that held yourself back or didn't have, yeah, didn't demand certain things or standards because you didn't know better or whatever the case may be. It's important that you show yourself grace through this process. Oh my gosh, the changes pile too. The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Okay, some of you are literally using this day, and I'm here for it, to do the cord cuttings, or you've done the cord cuttings and you're seeing the shifts. This is like you really cutting cords from your past relationships, past toxicity, past things that have been holding you back, and it really feeling like a little bit of like you moving through the desert, you being on this little journey or pilgrimage. It's very beautiful, the view is incredible, but it can seem very vast and almost very lonely. Do not be scared, right? What is that? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Or, you know, if you're a certain kind of person, like, I am the valley, I am the shadow. Like, of course I do not fear death. There's an energy here of not just having faith, but of like, if you're going through the uprooting, when you go through the uprooting, if you are currently going through the severing, the uprooting, if you are feeling this energy of, you know, wondering why, or, you know, curiosity or loneliness, those are completely things that make sense. If you're feeling rage, if you're feeling, you know, like you don't have all the answers, this is a part of your spiritual glow up. And that's okay. That's acceptable. That's necessary. Jump in, okay? Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. So I feel like with all these changes, how to, this is a reward. You've done the work, like you've done the work. Now the universe is coming in with a big heaping cosmic present, and you're like, okay, like obviously this is for me. Don't hesitate, don't worry, let go. Okay, go with the flow. You literally will be amazed at the places you will go. That's like very much green eggs and ham energy. I mean, some of y'all may be traveling, but maybe some of y'all are going to Germany or German. I don't know. That's that Badu energy. Okay. How many times have y'all streamed Blue Moon, Andre 3000's latest album? Shout out 3 Stacks, for real. This is a beautiful thing. Okay? This is the thing that you have learned and are learning, and you think it's like by yourself, but it's like you are never by yourself. Number one. Number two, don't hold yourself back. Look at how beautiful this is. And today, because it's a holiday, because it's Yule, all of the piles also have 2 dragon wisdom cards, which I'm going to be reading verbatim because I want us to get those full messages. So pile 2. Your first one is loss. You have gone through pile 2. And your second dragon for today, dragon warrior, is Temple of the Sun. So we have loss and Temple of the Sun. These are going to be good. We're going to start with loss. You are a dragon rider, a warrior of the light. You have been placed here on earth to fight for a better world. We, the light-filled warriors of Lady Gaia and the beings that live on earth, love this world. We stand up for love and light because they are wonderful, and yet they could be lost. Deep within us, we have the knowledge that we are ready to connect once again with the power of dragons and unicorns. It is in our nature to protect and preserve. Be aware that our earth is a paradise to be reconquered with your help. Focus on what is valuable, on what could be lost, on love, on wonderful and divine creation, and on the natural world here on earth. Do whatever is in your power to protect nature, including your own natural environment. We are who we are only because we have something to lose. We, warriors of the light, dragon riders, unicorn souls, sorcerers, and priestesses. Our belief is our sword. Our love is our shield. We are the guardians of this world. Call your dragon and join with it, entering the service of love. Beautiful. And Temple of the Sun. If you draw this card, the sun god himself has invited you to enter his Oh, this is actually very powerful to pull on this, the Yule. Shout out to you, pal, too. If you draw this card, the sun god himself has invited you to enter his golden temple and to look into the mirror of truth. This is a great honor. Prepare for this journey by showering, dressing in white clothing, or wear none at all. Okay, so this is actually like a whole ritual. Okay, cool. Draw a Star of David on a large sheet of paper, play some calming music, and light 6 gold or white candles. Sit down on the paper and arrange the candles around you, ensuring each star tip points to a candle. Close your eyes and call on your personal dragon. Ask it to take you to the mirror of truth. Your imagination is a gift from the divine source, so do not be shy about using it. Fly to the sun. The sun god will protect you from the heat and bright light. Your dragon delivers you to the entrance to the golden temple. Dismount and enter the temple alone. where you will see a large gold mirror. Take your time, walk slowly to the mirror, stand in front of it. Look into it and recognize yourself as a dragon rider. See the gown you wear as a dragon rider, the color of your hair, and the items you carry with you, your jewelry or ritual objects. This is you. Take this image deep into your heart and hear the voice of the sun god as he tells you, you are the light that your world needs. Now turn around and return to your dragon. Look into its large and loving eyes and recognize the joy in them. It is so glad to see you in the gown that you wear as a dragon rider. Thank the sun god and let your dragon take you home. Okay. Don't mind if we just do a whole visualization. Group 2. Okay. Damn. I got loyalty inside my DNA. Okay, pile 2, that was your reading. Thank you so much for sticking around. Shout outs to you. Pile number 3. Pile number 3, what's going on? Universe, relationships and alliances, and love begins. Okay. Universe, relationships and alliances, love begins. Pile 3, you're having some type of relationship quandary, quarrel, trouble, questions, queries, contortions. And it is Mercury retrograde, so that can be a factor in this situation. This can be because of exes. This can be because of questions that you have about relationships or partnerships. But it feels like there is some kind of relationship here that you would like to begin or that would like to unfold, but it's not happening. It's not happening. It hasn't happened yet. And there's a very much like a strong energy behind this of you like having feelings about these like partnerships and relationships and love. Perhaps you're wanting to draw love into your life at this time. But it's just not happening the way that you imagined that it should happen. So, or you could have just gone through a breakup. So let's see some of your clarifying cards on this. Again, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. So you have a shift here where things are very much turning in your favor. They're very much, it's like your power is in, it's like you're very career driven at this time. You could have just started a career. You could be starting a business. You could be starting a new job. But there's this thing that's happening that seems very fulfilling, very powerful, bringing very much contentment, very good for your self-image, your confidence. You could be like even connected to like real estate or land or something here. But, you know, the sun is coming up on you. You have, you know, celebration. You have the spotlight on you. And you have this idea of tending to the fact that these are things that were like dreams come true for your inner child. This is like you being able to see yourself in a way that is very good for you. This is about the joy. Okay? This is about the joy. And then we have the Devil. So this is here like you have so much like beauty within and around you. And then it's this energy of vice, temptation, avarice, jealousy, feeling burdened by partnerships, feeling like some kind of partnership is not the way that you envisioned that it should be, that some type of connection is actually holding you back rather than propelling you forward. That jealousy, that envy, that energy that, you know, something, you know, it should have been you. like maybe it's pocket watching, and this can be people like looking this way towards you, but I feel like there's a little bit of this energy that you're kind of just working through. So we have reindeer medicine and mistletoe. Journey into the depths of your soul, an awakening of sights revealed. It is time for no time at all, for all is presently here. What dreams may come from the borrowing of ivy held tight within the womb, a calling in of sorts, a spell from above, holy holly. Okay. Honestly, this energy concerns me a little bit. This energy is really it could be speaking to like loss of somebody who was very young, loss of a child. This can be like miscarriage. This can be like a child who was lost who, you know, you remember at this time or this time of year. But with that 6 of Cups, the devil, reindeer, and mistletoe. Reindeer are very much emblems of the season, but deer, which is very sacred in many different ways, is also connected to like innocence. Like deer is often also representing innocence. And with mistletoe, there's all this talk also of just like the borrowing of ivy held tight within the womb. But what the reason I said it concerns me is because what dreams may come is reminding me of that beautiful What Dreams May Come Robin Williams movie that was about the S word, unaliving. And that's what happened to Robin Williams' partner in that movie. It's a very beautiful movie. And then that's also how Robin Williams lost his life. So if you're going through any kind of like mental stress or depression or duress, you know, ask for help. Don't go through it on your own. Don't think that you need to like be strong. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And make sure that you're checking in on your loved ones at this season, because this can be a hard time for people. So, you know, we have Mother Mary and family. So I just want to say, if this is a question about a loss of a child, you know, miscarriage, abortion, sickness, war, death, if this is connected to a child, this like message is like very much for you. So, you know, keep listening, pile 3. The messages are here for you. Mother Mary, into the arms of a mothering embrace swells a wisdom full of grace. In thy bosom where she whispers sleeps the eye of winter. Thy family, thy love is present in the presence of thee, a comforting veil that warms the heart and hugs the soul. Okay, I feel like this, excuse me. Okay, pile 3. This energy is coming through as very reassuring and saying all those things to connect you to the idea that the losses that you've experienced, there's no like, they're like with like the divine mother, they're with the great cosmic mother. It's like they're with family, they're with you. So I can't tell you not to mourn, I can't tell you not to grieve, but also make sure that you're living, that you're being present, that you're tapping into, you know, prayer, creativity, different outlets, and you're being able to just actually, you know, I can't tell you how to grieve. Everyone grieves differently, but know that like whatever losses you're questioning, like they're not alone. Shame Diddy is such an evil man, because, you know, Every Breath I Take, that song is very beautiful and meaningful. It's like that song could be, you know, relevant. And sorry, I didn't even want to mention Diddy, but that song came up. Yeah, there. Okay, so this is like a very specific message for somebody, and you know, you're like passed on loved ones, like they just want you to know that like you're not alone, they're not like suffering, and they're always sending you signs. Chills and cardinal medicine. Upon my flesh, within thy bones, quivers a crawling frozen in numbness. Shall I ignore or shall I bestow it? A frozen knowing looks back at thy soul. Thyself bleeds of sacredness and honor fit for the gods. You are worthy. You are worthy. All the seas and all the skies and all the desires that you hold inside. Ooh, yes. So very specifically, pile 3, if you get chills, if you see this image, or if you see red cardinals, those can be messages from your crossover loved ones, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, your guides, that they're with you. So if you start to see these symbols, it would really make sense for you to take note of like what you're thinking about, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're doing when you see these, right? Symbols, so that you can know like what they're communicating with you, and that you're not alone, and just those reminders. This is a big one, pile 3. Excuse me. So it couldn't be like, maybe you just randomly get the chills. You're sitting at home or whatever. Like, those are your loved ones. They're moving energy to tell you that they're with you. That was 3113. Yeah. There they are on the other side looking out for you. Okay? They definitely have got your back. This is very lovely. Okay, next we have the Courageous Peony. Multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Yes. Let yourself be seen. Portal, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. This solstice is a powerful one for you, pal 3. You may be going through a kind of reconnecting energy here. That's very beautiful. Cracked open. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Yeah. You know, there's something that you can't deny forever, pile 3. And I feel like very specifically, this is all, look at these colors. This is very, like, this is all the same kind of theme here. It's like the same path. It's really like the same path. And I don't know if you've seen this deck before, but the cards, they all do look very different. Not these. These here are telling the story of like your experience. What does Rumi say? The wound is the place where the light enters us. Look at all this light. Okay? I feel like this thing that you're experiencing, perhaps this is your just maybe acknowledging for the first time that your loved ones are communicating with you, or whatever the case may be. But there's an energy here too where whatever your dream you're chasing, whatever moment you're in, whatever present thing you're contemplating, you know, you're needed in that space. You're definitely needed in that space. So please show up. Continue to show up, because there are people who do need to see you. There are people who you are affecting. This also specifically can have to do with like something about like filmmaking, or like maybe a documentary, cinematography, or if you're in like film, like you're going from like producer to director, or you're doing your first like from like photography to editor. There's something about cinema here that's very important. And now we have our 2 dragon wisdom cards, which I'm going to read to you verbatim. The first one that we have is love. Okay. The greatest power of being, okay, well, I just got such a wave of like Moulin Rouge energy. Moulin Rouge, yes, fully, but also Nicole Kidman specifically. Maybe there's some type of Nicole Kidman movie that you really connect to. Maybe you need to watch the Moulin Rouge. Maybe you're singing. That just came out really intensely. The greatest power of being is love. It is magic, sorcery, the touch of God's breath that blesses and fulfills us in each and every moment. Also, Ewan McGregor. The divine source created dragons before the souls of humans, before Lady Gaia, even before the angels. The dragons bear the fire of pure divine love within them. Look at the pink dragon on the card. Feel the truth in the depth of you. Hold the card close to your heart. Ask the divine source for blessing and for pure divine love. Feel how the magic of the dragon's deep love engulfs you, like a rose-tinted light. As the pink dragon is awakened into life and plants a seed within you, a seed that will grow into unconditional divine love if you so wish. If you create something with divine love, you can make it eternal. Love is magic and magic is love. When I tell you from the bottom of my heart that you are so beautiful, I have woven a spell about you. I have created something, a feeling or emotion that vibrates within you, and it is eternal. But this love wishes to be shared. So praise and say something wonderful to others. So through the power and love of the dragons, we will set off a chain reaction that will carry on endlessly around the world. Ultimately, all this love will culminate in the golden age, and you will have been its creator. Read this card several times. Allow the essence of its message to pervade the very depths of your being. It is very important. And finally, you have gratitude. You do have gratitude. You go, Glen Coco. Alongside love, gratitude is the highest form of energy. However, we make very little use of it, and even if we do happen to be grateful, just for a second, we soon find ourselves complaining about some small annoyance. By doing so, we immediately find ourselves in an opposing energy. We are being ungrateful. Some people complain that they do not have enough money. This may well be true, but it immediately results in lowered energy. The same person may be grateful that they have so much free time, for example, or are healthy. There is always a reason to be thankful, and then you will be vibrating at a higher energy level. The white light or crystal dragon would like to guide you to high energy levels, so call this shining, powerful creature to you. Visualize it. It will be your constant companion over the next 4 days. Wherever you go, it will be by your side. Picture it in your mind's eye. This is also good exercise for your concentration and attention span. Tell this wonderful being what you are grateful for. For example, I am grateful for my parents, my grandmother, my sister, my dragons, and my friends, whom I list individually in this exercise. I say a little prayer of thanks for each one. Use this time to say thank you, and each time ask the white light or the crystal dragon to bring the energy of gratitude to the people or events that you have identified. Feel how your energy levels are lifted ever higher and your heart begins to glow. It beams with gratitude as it is healed and freed. It is so true. It is so true. Gratitude is something that as long as you can access it, it will always be there for you, and it can actually change the whole course of your day, your life, or your experience. Don't sleep on the power of gratitude. Drum roll. My shoulder is like not perfect, so I can't even pretend. Oh, pile number 1. We are starting with your tarot cards and not those other cards because they just flew out. It's like all gone. Okay. All right, pile number 1. Queen of Swords. followed by the Seven of Pentacles. I just like want to rap for you, but like I'm not going to. Like sitting pretty, having worked for your ish, handled your ish, strong boundaries, being on top of business, handling it. Three of Wands and the Hierophant. There is an opportunity here where I feel like you could have just signed like a multi-something. Like if it's a contract, it's like a multi-season contract, a multi-deal contract. If it's like a, like this feels very much like there's something in your business that you just signed that is helping you to level up. With the six of swords here and the 2 of cups, there's also something that you left behind to move on to something better. I feel like you could have left behind a job that was like overworking you, taking too much of your time, forcing you to do whatever for a better job, a better condition, a better perspective. And it also, like, in doing the work that it took for you to leave those things and enact these strong boundaries, it transformed you literally from the inside out. And now you have like a love connection here that is really like equally yoked, equally matched. Yeah, and Ace of Swords. I feel like Pile 1, this is all about you also using your razor sharp wit, intensity, clarity, clairvoyance, and whatever else to, you know, help you move through the world, but actually like to benefit the world, to benefit life. There's also very heavy energy here of water beings, water sirens, water energy. And it's almost like this is something that you may just be becoming more aware of. But with all this, with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords as like the opening and closing of the tarot cards here, it really feels like there's something where you've mastered something. You've trained and studied, and now like you are at a master level of something. Maybe just living. maybe you're getting your master's. Maybe you just got a master's. Maybe you're getting your master's as in not like university, but like music. Okay, that could be it. This could be like you getting the rights to something, your rights to something, and it's leading to like a healthy relationship. Love that for you. Love that for you. That's big like Taylor Swift energy. Okay, so we have deception and envy. Okay, we have awareness reversed, moving on, and deception and envy. Oof. Okay, there's something that hopes to keep you distracted and unfocused. I'm getting that this could be like an older, like male figure in your life, but there's something here that I'm so sorry. It's not that the universe wants you to lose focus. That's not the universe's intention or how the universe feels, but I feel like there's somebody around you that wants you to feel like that's how the universe feels, because I feel like there is somebody who is intent on sabotaging you. Yep. That's cute. And sabotaging you no matter what you do, because this person they have just envy and they don't want to see you get to where you're going and where you're supposed to go. With moving on and to deception and envy, it's like you're leaving this issue in the past behind you. Like you're already like it's like if you book a plane from like Boston to Louisiana and you're boarding the plane and like you're sitting down and buckling up, like you might not be in Louisiana, but like for all intents and purposes, for the people who you just left behind in this city, you're in Louisiana. Like you're already there, you know what I mean? And that's how it is now with you. Like you might like still be like in a partnership, or you might physically still be somewhere or whatever, but like you are moving on. Like it's clear. Like this has already happened energetically. And there are some people who have a big fucking problem with that. And let me tell you something. That's their problem. Hold on, excuse me here. Something about a Ferrari is also important. Okay. Pile number 1. You have gatherings and frost. Gather, gather, festive witches. Speak of joy and drink to witch wishes. Take one, give two, celebrating all blisses. Okay, those bars. Ice cold melting in time, a frozen glance at what lies behind. What lies ahead, what lies within, and the chilling frost of thy undead. I'm so sorry. I was just like, after I said bars, I was just picturing like Nicki Minaj and like, what's his name, Robert Frost, and it was just mashup that I didn't know I needed. Yeah. So some of you, Pal 1, can be doing some type of outdoor, festivities and gatherings for Yule, which I don't think is a bad thing. But I feel like some of you are just trying to maybe keep your head down, lay low a little bit right now as you're working through this thing with like your masters or whatever it may be. And so for you right now, Pal 1, it's about striking that balance. Okay, beautiful. Then we have gratitude and forest. Okay, come through, Mononoke Hime energy. All that I am and all that I'll ever be, forever in gratitude I'll eternally be. Excuse me. It is without question. Excuse me. That's okay. Confirmation for this message that's about to come through. It is without question a place of mystery. Whispers of power you've forgotten. Let thy strength crawl from beneath the ground and remind you, dear child, that you are magic. I don't really feel like I can add to those words right here. That's like really lovely. Hearth and merriment. May your warmth take in the gazing flame, upon the shivers they melt away. What joy, what glee it becomes from the sounds of voices, uplifting the webs of sorrow, glimmering as if no tomorrow. Okay, I feel like for some of you today with the Yule, you're going to be using it to take advantage to, something about your house and your space. But this is an important understanding. Your hearth, the center in all right, I wanted to say in certain Balkan or Slavic cultures, there's a like little stove gnome called the domovoi who comes with you from like your home if you move and move. And the way to like keep the domovoi in your family and happy is to like take the embers from one stove or one fireplace into like your next home. And I'm hearing like for some of you, like you didn't do that. That's fine. That's okay. But like the hearth is where it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's the center of your home, should you be lucky enough to have one. So this is like the center of your being, the center of where you are is currently a time now that's reflecting joy, maybe in a way that it hasn't been able to in a long time. This is giving me the energy of like there was this Netflix movie called like Spinning with the Cop or something like that. What is this? It's like a castle in Scotland or something. I'm so sorry. And it's about this person who like the castle is like a family. There was like family ties to it, and she just goes and like ends up meeting this woman who's a writer, goes and ends up meeting this like very curmudgeon. And then at the end of the movie, spoiler alerts, everybody in town is coming through for like a Christmas Eve party. It feels like that, but not necessarily on the physical level. It feels like the hearth of you, like the center of you, like your heart, your gut, You've moved through this energy of like learning to trust, learning to bring joy, learning to celebrate, learning to share. And it feels like overall this time period has been very transformative for you. Pile one, very deep, very, I don't know, meaningful. Okay, let's get into these three. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. I've been worried about those people on the ship for 9 months. Like, why would you volunteer? Okay. Anyway. The cosmic heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. And wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. So maybe things look like they're going really well. You know, your business is moving, like product, whatever, and you get this offer that feels like a time-sensitive thing that you have to choose right away, that feels too good to be true, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. Don't rush yourself into major life-changing decisions, no matter who tries to pressure you into them. Okay? And for your two dinosaurs, dragons, I am like really loopy in this like third reading. Like, it is really intense. You have Rose and Fire Chalice, and I'm going to read you those dragons. Starting with Rose. 79. We all live in two worlds. One of understanding and thinking, and one of the heart of feeling. Our daily experiences are stored in the world of understanding, but the emotions that accompany them, love, happiness, fear, and sadness, are in the heart. It often asks for help when we simply fail to notice. In our fast-paced world, there is no time to wake up slowly and allow the night's dreams to linger with us for a moment. If you have drawn this card, it is because your heart is asking for help. Work on your heart for 7 days. Invite the pink dragon to come and see you. Buy roses of any color, ideally a large bouquet, for each of your room. Take a mental image of your roses into your heart as a soothing balm. Visualize your heart as a rose, allowing it to bloom anew every day. Examine that robe in your heart. How does it look? Allow yourself and your heart the small pleasure of taking that time to look at it, to sense it, and to smell the beauty of roses that this world brings. Whoa. And Fire Chalice. Alba, the queen of all dragons, and street dancing. If you know, honey. Just kidding, just kidding. Oh. Is white as freshly fallen snow, and her scales are set with thousands of sparkling diamonds. She is the guardian of the 4 holy chalices, the protector of the 4 elements, and the warden of the holy hall of baptism, in which these chalices stand. This very day, the Great White Queen has invited you to take part in a baptism in the element of fire. The baptism is a rite, a rebirth, a ritual cleansing. Baptism is the threshold from the old to a new way of being. Another ritual. Pile 2 got a ritual. Prepare for this ritual by washing and dressing in white clothing. Prepare your room by lighting some candles and playing music. Make yourself comfortable. Lay the card on your heart and close your eyes. Now visualize yourself going to stand before the great chalice. Take your time. Stand in front of the holy fire chalice and visualize laying aside your clothing. 3 steps lead up to the rim of the chalice. Climb up these steps and dive into the chalice. Feel how the holy fire engulfs you, the hot flames curling around you. You are being baptized in the element of fire. Let go and feel that you are being deeply cleansed at every level. All the chains that kept your power in check must yield to this fire. All that constrains your free will is burning. Breathe the flames in and feel them streaming into you through your ears and nose. All that equals fear within you dissolving, and every doubt is in flames. Visualize how you became one with the flames, how they flow through you. These things for which you have no further use burn, and a new invigorating energy is manifesting itself in you, enjoying the immersion in the holy chalice of the element of fire. Thank you so much to everyone who came, watched this video, checked it out. Love, gratitude, and appreciation. If you would like to send some tips, my Venmo and Cashapp are here. You can send those anytime you like. And otherwise, I will see you soon again, perhaps next year. Okay. Thank you. Bye.